pistols, revolvers, impact weapons, edged weapons, fist and feet and wrestling. This is the most important self-defense class I teach. And the reason is it's the one that's most likely to be used, and it has the best efficacy. It is the most usable self-defense weapon we've ever had. And the law looks on it very kindly, so it's easy for you to do. So no matter where you fall on the spectrum of personal protection, I think we all can agree that using a chili pepper to defend ourselves is well within reason. So there's my opening statement for you guys. I hope you're enthralled now. What we're going to do is explore the necessary legal side of this, how to use it, how it was developed, and you'll know a little bit more about it. Sometimes you look at a pepper spray class, you're like 3 hours, all right? But there's a lot to this. The goals that we're going to work on is teaching you to move your feet, to keep your hands up if somebody's giving you a hard time, to give verbal commands, to deploy the pepper spray and actually hit the target. So that's fairly complicated. There's a viral video going around right now about a young lady who was attacked in a gym. Yeah, and it was a long fight. And she did the good fight and she was able to get away from him. But the world is significantly different in some ways because we're not seeing a punishment system for criminals right now. They're simply being pled down and released almost instantly. So repeat offenders is what's going to happen. And that emboldens everybody. So having some form of personal protection for everyone is important. Remember, when we talk about personal protection, what we're saying is you have the right to exist. Nobody can take it from you. That's how simple this is. When we punish both groups, then we take that right away. And when we punish no one, we embolden the people to do it. So I want you guys to feel like you have the right to go about your daily business without fear and have some way to defend yourself. How many of you have a fire extinguisher in your house? You should, right? It's really a good idea. How many of you have a medical plan? Something to think about, all right? Really important. How many of you have a violence plan? And why does it get weird? Because violence is about people, where fire is useful sometimes and dangerous. Sometimes people get hurt and we want to save them. But for us, personal protection gets to be a weird talk about how we can defend ourselves. All right? I would love everybody did martial arts classes and, of course, shooting classes. But this is something I think we all can agree on. It can give you a basis. Some of you are not as young as you used to be or as healthy as you used to be, right? And you got to have some way to do it. I'm in my late 50s now, and so I'm not the martial artist I was 30 years ago. So I carry pepper spray too. And I do this on a daily basis. When I flew to California, I'm not allowed to carry a firearm there. So the first thing I did was go to the store and buy pepper spray. And you ask why I went to the store, we'll get into all that. But this is the idea of this class, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Kids, it ends with a squirt gun war. Yeah. And adults, it ends with a squirt gun war. Yeah.